My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how is it you can go about growing your business? You see, I think every business nowadays can profit or integrate one of these four kinds of products or services to have in their business. The first one is free. A free product. They give something away for free to build relationships, or free that they can then, say, advertise on, or have something monetized in an indirect way by creating free content. A second way is to have cheap products. Low value, high volume information or products that you can flog en masse. Pile it high, sell it cheap kind of mentality. Thirdly, expensive products. Products that need to be sold once or twice or thrice a week. High value, low volume. These are things like £500 shoes or a McLaren F1 racing car, for example. You don't need to sell many of either to be profitable. Or lastly, a subscription model, reoccurring. You know, Netflix has something like a couple of million people paying them $10 a month. That's a lot of revenue. Subscription. People pay you monthly, and you know it's reliable cash flow. So you don't need all of these but this is the basis in order to create contents or products for your business. For example, you take the free model. That's like Bejeweled. That's like King Games. You know, there's like games on iPhone or like do you remember Flappy Bird? You download it for free, but they monetize it through advertising or other different ways, or maybe also argue in-app purchases. But that's more of a cheap product. But certainly for advertising or watching a video for 30 seconds and you get something, you know, cheap products. That's Walmart. That's Asda. You know, Asda price or Walmart. I don't quite know what it is in the States, but Walmart again, pile it high, sell it cheap. You got all these products. The margin on them might be slim. You know, 10% margin. But you've got loads of stuff. So a lot of inventory, for example, or just selling loads of things. I've got books on Amazon that sell, and it's like the margin won't be very much, but it's all automatic, and that kind of goes into another principle, which is do the work once, get paid forever, as well as access and ownership, where I'm leveraging another platform to sell my stuff on in order to profit from. So that's quite helpful. Thirdly, expensive stuff. That's Apple, arguably. You know, these iPhones are $1,000 almost now. You know, that's quite a lot actually. Now I think about it. $1,000 for an iPhone. The margin on that will be what, 50%? I don't know what net profit is or things like that, but the margin will easily be 50 or so percent on that, or certainly 25 odd. And it's like, you don't need to sell many of them, but they will sell loads of them. But you don't need to sell many of them to make your money back, or to make it no money down, or you know, to pay for itself, so to speak. So, you know, it's about low volume, high value. McLaren, or there's a company in London that sells something like £500 shoes. I can't remember what they're called, but you buy these shoes from them, custom tailored and all the right size and dimensions and all the rest, and it's different kind of materials. And those shoes will last a lifetime. You know, you might grow out of them sooner than you might wear them out, you know, holes and all the rest, but they'll last a long time. In stark contrast to that is in Walmart, where you can buy these shoes like £1, you know, for $1 or whatever, or $5 or whatever, I don't know, and those shoes will last like a month or something, you know. That's the difference we're talking about here. And the last one, as I said, subscription, that's Netflix. A subscription model essentially means that you've got cash coming in, predictable cash flow coming into the company, every week, every month, every year, or whatever. It's cash that you can rely on, that you can predict. It's quite a leading indicator, so as to estimate how much money you're going to get, depending on churn and a few other factors and all the rest. So those are four factors. Those are four different kinds of ways to monetize a business and to grow a business. You don't need really all four, but you can use one or the other. You know, all of them or none of them, whatever. But that's the idea. But also, I've also heard through some of my mentors that you don't really want to start a company on debt. Ideally, you want to start it with venture capital, where you're giving away a portion of the equity to investors, and they'll fund the company. Because the venture capitalists, they'll invest because they see a future in you, They see a potential for 500% return over the next 5 years. And see, the thing with debt is if things go belly up or you miss some payments, the bank that's got first charge, or what I think in the States it's called senior debt, they can come in, take all the assets, and just destroy the company because you fail to pay. And as a creditor, they have the right to extract the liquidity from you. And if you can't pay, then you have to liquidize the company, or it goes to administration or things like that because you can't pay the creditors. So VC and getting venture capital is generally a bit smarter as opposed to getting debt. But it depends on situations. But those are kind of things that I would look into. I'm starting a business right now with a friend of mine, and we're going for the principle, as I mentioned earlier, of access, not ownership. And access, not ownership, it's an interesting concept. It's either I can leverage another platform to make money, like I will leverage Amazon's platform, like CreateSpace or Kindle, to have my books on there hosted, and people will buy my books from Amazon, and Amazon will ship those books to the people. They'll physically print, package, ship, and all the rest, and they'll also do the payment processing. So that the money comes to me in their accounts payable. Accounts payable will come to my account a month or so later, and it's like, that's great. I didn't do anything. That money will get sent to me. So I'm accessing their platform. I'm accessing the infrastructure, the printing machines, the warehouses, and beyond. But I don't own it, and because I don't own it, I'm not liable. Keyword is liable to the expenses, or the wages, or the utility bill, the electricity, or the stock, paper and the ink to print the products off, things like that. But I'm accessing it, so that's a lot of clever stuff. So we're starting a business where it's very similar to Amazon, where the principle is we build a platform for people to sell on there. So we're doing this. We're kind of doing the cheap volume, where it's low volume, the high volume, low value. That's it. Because we want to go for something like 0.05% of transaction fee for everything that goes through the website. So we're doing the opposite of that, where we're building the website and we're accessing people's inventory and entrepreneurship to make money off them, so to speak. So they're accessing our domain to make money, and we're accessing their inventory, their creativity to make money. So it's kind of like a mutual symbiotic relationship where we're accessing each other. We have things that other party does not have, and we're leveraging it. So that's what we're building. And again, it's the low value, high volume strategy we're going for. Every strategy works, by the way. Subscription, expensive, free model, whatever. You see, a £10 is a £10, $10 is $10. The difference is how you made it. You can make it this way or make it that way. And the only real requirements is you've got to be happy and competent with what you're doing. Happiness is an emotional requirement, competent is a physical. You can be happy doing something, but not very skilled at it, so you're going to get stressed, oh, it's not working again, oh. Or you're going to be skillful at something, but not happy with it, so therefore you're wasting your time almost, because you're not enjoying your time. You're getting stressed, you don't enjoy it. What are we doing this for, all this effort? And it's like, why? You're not happy. You're not happy with life, I'm trying to remember the point now. So we're trying to build a website, a platform, and I'm suggesting we find venture capital, build a platform, get a prototype, maybe go to crowdfunding. Maybe, because they're not creditors. We're just obliged to give them what we promise. So yeah, that will work. But also marketing wise is awesome. But also venture capital, because there are some people out there that will be interested in this sphere, this technology, and also like us as a character, and we're likely to get investments from them for part of the company or things like that. So that's pretty cool. So that's what we're looking at. So yeah, look at those products. Free, cheap, expensive, subscription, and access and ownership, combined with a little bit of do the work once, get paid forever. And do the work once, get paid forever, by the way, is like a mental benchmark to go for in a business. Like, I won't start something unless I can think to myself, how can I set this up infrastructure-wise, logistics-wise, automation, robotics, AI, software, people, delegation, whatever, so I can do the work once and get paid forever. As a prime example, I'll record this video, it's online, and I'll get paid forever in different ways: reputation, SEO, watch time, etc., etc. I'll create a book. I'm about to launch my second business book in October, and I'll write the book once, edit it once, get the cover once, market it once, really, and put it online, and I'll get paid forever. in different ways. I get royalties or awareness or respect and authority because I'm printed. My name is on paper. That's pretty cool, and people will find that, and it's like some interesting stuff. And there's a call to action, and it could lead to all sorts of different places. So yeah, there's different ways, and do the work once. Do the work once and get paid forever. And lastly, access, not ownership. And that's the basis of it. Those two principles right there are very invaluable. So my question to you today is, how are you making your business profitable? What are you doing? How are you making your business profitable? What are you doing? And are you doing any of these? Or what do you think to these principles I've just talked about? I kind of elaborated on those just now. So how are you doing it? How are you making business profitable? What are you doing? And what do you think to these ideas? You tell me. So comment below. In the meantime, however, remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So go out there today and do something remarkable. In the meantime, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?